Hi friends, Radhika Ravi Kumar here. In this tutorial we'll see the loops concept. So there are some four types of loops in Unix environment. One is the while loop, until loop, for loop, and then select loop. So most commonly we'll be using the while and for loop, and until loop is also used. And mainly the select loop is mainly used for the menu driven functions where you want to select something from the menu, such kind of programs. So we won't concentrate much on the select loop, but we'll see how the while loop will work, and we'll just write a small program based on while loop and see how it works. Okay, so now let me create a script called vi while.sh. So here I'm going to take up a variable called a, and I'll assign 0 to it, and I'm going to start with the while loop. So I'm going to say while this until this a is less than 10. This is the condition. So the condition, as you can see, until unless this a is less than 10, I want something to happen inside the block, that is do. If this condition satisfies, then it will go inside the block, that is it goes inside this do. Okay, so I'm going to increment the a by I'll just increment it by 1. $a plus 1. Make sure you're giving spaces, and let the expression be within the inverted quotes. Okay, so then I'm going to echo out a. Okay, so then done. If not, if the condition fails or something, then we'll say end of this loop. Okay, so this is how you need to write the while condition. So mainly here I'm going to print from 1 to 10. Okay, so first I'm assigning a variable called I'm assigning a value 0 to a variable called a. So I'm just checking whether the variable is less than 10. If the value is less than 10, then this block will execute, that is till the done, it will get executed as number of times as the condition satisfies. If not, it will come out and it will display this end of the loop. So once this variable becomes 9, that is if 9 is less than 10, then it will just execute, and then the a will become 10, right? Again it goes back, then again it checks whether 10 is less than 10. No, so it will completely come out, it won't go inside this do or done block. Okay, so it will come out and it will display this end of this loop. So we'll just make sure, we'll just save this file and execute it. So you can see it displayed from 1 to 10, and finally once the condition failed, it came out and it is displaying end of this loop. So this is how the while loop will work. It's not like if condition. If condition will satisfy, if that it will go inside the block only when that particular condition is true for one single time, right? Whereas the while loop will keep running as long as the condition is true. This is the difference between if and loops. So if statement, we don't call it as a loop, while we call it as a loop because it keeps on running as the number of times the condition is true. Okay, and another thing, important thing that you need to notice is make sure that you are giving proper spaces and all. See, if in case I'll just make some changes over here, I'll just give a space here and run this program. You can see that it goes into infinite loop. You can see this. So there are lots of problem when you don't give space, or you don't, if you give space in some respective lines. So make sure that after this variable you are not giving any spaces. After this inverted quotes you are giving spaces. So spaces are very much important, and you need to place the spaces in their respective place only. So be careful, and hope you guys have understood how this while loop will work. So in the next tutorial we'll see how the until and for loop will work. Till then, subscribe to my channel and like my videos, and thank you very much for watching.